This update brought to you by American Implement, indebted to the past, committed to the future. In a moment, Kansas 1st District Congressman Roger Marshall.
Would you like to see something done about high gas prices and low unemployment? Western Place Energy in Campus, Kansas is doing something about it. They're a proud part of Growth Energy, America's ethanol supporters, and they employ 38 people and will be adding more following the expansion. Ethanol fuel not only reduces the cost of regular gasoline, it's good for the environment and keeps money right here in the United States while supporting local rural jobs. Western Plains Energy, doing something for the future.
The cost of everything has gone up dramatically over the last 75 years. With one exception: keeping electricity affordable.
Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Experience matters. That's why Conestoga Logistics prides itself in having over 40 years of transportation knowledge and skill to serve you and your customers. With a fleet of certified drivers and late model equipment, exceeding their customers' expectations is an everyday goal. Fast, courteous, and professional service with an outstanding safety record. That's what you get when you contact Conestoga Logistics at ConestogaEnergy.com. S&S Trailer Sales, with 2 locations in Ness City, Kansas, is where everybody goes to buy or rent trailers. They feature the all-new, all-aluminum Mauer grain trailer with all of the electric options, the easy-to-load detached trailers, and a huge stock of header trailers. At the west location, you'll find bumper pulls, goosenecks, and oilfield specialty trailers, along with flat and utility beds for pickups. S&S Trailer Sales in Ness City and on the web, but remember, you do have to spell out the "and."
Well, 1st District Kansas Congressman Roger Marshall joins us back in the district. First off, let's talk about the farm bill that I guess first round didn't quite make it.
Well, we lost a little bit of a battle there, but we're going to win the war here, Ken. Had a hiccup there, but certainly I see a path to victory still. I still think by June 22nd we have a farm bill through the House, and it sounds like Senator Roberts may even have one through the Senate by then as well. So we want to work on immigration, which I think that's a win for Kansas agriculture as well. So looking forward to maybe getting us some agricultural guest worker visas done, and then go back and pick up the farm bill.
Do you think that immigration bill, Goodlet's immigration bill, has a good chance of passage?
I don't know a good chance. I think we may have to improve it somehow, make some tweaks to it. But a year ago I was told we'll never consider an immigration bill, and here we have one ready to go to the House floor. So we'll keep working at it. I think the over/under is less than 50-50, but where there's a will, there's a way.
Ag Secretary Perdue was in Kansas. Talk about maybe some of your takeaways of the Secretary being here.
Well, I think first of all, he constantly talked to me about how wonderful he felt here and how welcome he was by all the Kansans here. Had a great tour of NBAF. The USDA will be probably running NBAF here in a couple of years, so he had a great reception there at NBAF. He likes what he's seeing there as well. And I think he just wanted to hear from the people themselves, the farmers themselves, what's working, what's not working. When the first time I met him, he talked about a customer-focused USDA. And I don't know if I have a great feel for what it was like before, but now as a congressman, it seems like the complaints do come to us if there's concerns, and there's less and less complaints coming from our producers. Sounds like our FSA officers and NRCS officers are working well with the Secretary.
One of the things in the farm bill that cattle people are very concerned about is that vaccine bank. It's still in there. If the House passes it, have you talked to any senators that might make it in the final version?
I think they're pretty optimistic that it'll be in there as well. So we're glad we got it through the House side. And again, that vaccine, that's something that could benefit NBAF. Some of the research in the future for those type of viruses would be done right here in Manhattan, Kansas.
One of the things he talked about was the Secretary did, and others, is where we are with rural broadband. And the FCC has come out and said, Kansas, you're okay. Obviously, any of us that live in rural Kansas know there's some concern. Do you think something will work in the Farm Bill or another bill to make sure that our underserved areas, we will have high-speed broadband to level the playing field, especially in rural, those underserved parts of the state?
I think number one is we've allocated some significant monies already for rural broadband, and there'll be more monies we're allocating in the farm bill. I think that at some point we have to hold accountable the people who are responsible. So let's hold the FCC accountable here and tell them to go back and fix the map. We know the map is a disaster right now, that they don't have it right. So we're going to continue to put pressure on the FCC.
Day and night till the job is done. Teeter is the one that works for you. Fields of green reaching toward the sun. Teeter is the one that works for you. Teeter is the one. Teeter is the one that works for you.
Teeter Irrigation, your source for water management.
When you've had a best friend for over 50 years, you develop a trust. And the Scott Co-op has been a trusted rural friend since 1957. A co-op keeps money in the area, doing business for and with their members. And that helps keep their hometown thriving with keeping money in the community. Scott Co-op is not just an elevator. It's the rural way of doing business. So, when you see an elevator, remember your friends at Scott Co-op. From field to fuel pump, Conestoga means homegrown success. Ethanol fuel reduces dependence on foreign sources of oil while keeping millions of dollars in rural American communities. That keeps jobs and businesses in the United States, where they can benefit our schools, infrastructure, and families. Conestoga is more than a local business. Conestoga is a community partner. Wolfter Construction and Irrigation has been around a long time, and a lot of folks have trusted them to design, build, and service all sizes of commercial and on-farm storage for grain and equipment. Wolfter is also known for their outstanding irrigation division, where they stock a complete selection of nozzles, regulators, drops, gear drives, electrical, and structure components. Looking for an electric motor? Wolfter has a large selection in single and three-phase. Next time, reach out to the pros who have decades of experience at taking care of business the right way. Wolfter Construction and Irrigation.